The ship and everyone on it was saved. Ever after, Pandora dreamed of lighthouses. Though she had not seen the beacon that had saved her, her father had, and he spoke of it often. He always wondered who had made the great light shine. As she grew, Pandora herself came to think much on this. She went to the library and gathered books on lighthouses. She drew them in her sketch pad. She dreamed of them at night. Then one morning she awoke and she knew what she must do. She must become a lighthouse keeper. She knew that this was her destiny. It did not take Pandora long to find a lighthouse in need of keeping. It is a hard and lonely job, and few want it. Lighthouses are often built in unwelcoming places, atop sharp and dangerous rocks. A winter storm can hold a keeper inside for weeks on end, and when she finally emerges, there is no one to talk to. They are all someplace else, living in little towns or big cities. They are not interested in desolation. But Pandora was not afraid of this life, for her heart was so good and clear that fear would not creep inside it. The ships in those unpredictable waters carried fathers and mothers and children, and they needed guiding. She knew she could do it. And Pandora had been doing it faithfully for 4 long years. She had seen many an awful storm come and go. She had stayed awake long winter nights tending the great lamp, sounding the deep horn. Pandora did not know how many lives she had saved, but she knew that she had saved some. And now, weary with being alone for so long, Pandora was about to save one more. Chapter 2. Seabold. There are those who love the sea so deeply they cannot bear to be away from it even for a day. A dog named Seabold was one of these. He was born to a sailor's life. When Seabold was old enough to leave home and family, he built himself a boat, which he named Adventure, said goodbye to his parents and sisters, and off he went in search of the life meant for him. He was a fine sailor. He had a keen understanding of the wind. He could read the stars, and he trusted his instincts. For 5 years, Seabold sailed the world's great oceans, and his instincts never failed him. He sailed safe and strong and free of worry. But one day, this all changed. Seabold had always known when a storm was coming. His nose told him so. And he had always found a sheltered cove or harbor in which to wait out the rough seas. But this day he had a cold. He had a cold and a stuffy nose, and his sense of smell was very bad. Added to this, he was tired. Seabold took a long nap in his bunk, and he did not notice the seabirds nervously circling in the air above him, agitated and calling to one another about the bad weather ahead. The seabirds all wisely headed for land, but Seabold, adrift in his dreams, stayed out on open water. Then the great storm hit. Seabold was jolted from sleep by a sharp crack of lightning, a deep roar of thunder, and an enormous crashing wave. As Adventure was flung here and there, up and down, Seabold clung to the little boat with all his strength, for there was nothing else he could do. The sea, which had always been his friend, had turned against him, and for the first time in his sailor's life,